In a village, there was a large hermitage where Gautam Buddha, a famous Buddhist teacher, resided. Among his disciples, there was one who talked incessantly. He had a habit of chattering and spreading stories he collected during donation rounds. This talkative disciple often engaged in gossip, backbiting, and tried to impress the others by boasting about himself. He believed he was superior and different from the rest. He claimed that his sacrifice of leaving a comfortable life to seek the truth and self-discovery was greater than anyone else's. One day, Gautam Buddha called all his disciples and proposed they take resolutions for the next month. He believed it would strengthen their determination and boost their self-discipline. Each disciple could choose their resolution according to their capabilities. However, breaking their resolutions before the month ended would mean going back to their old ways. Most disciples made reasonable resolutions based on their abilities and shared them with the guru. But the talkative disciple, eager to demonstrate his uniqueness, went straight to Gautam Buddha's cottage. He insisted on taking a resolution as remarkable as himself, believing he could fulfill it. Buddha asked him if he could handle a resolution suggested by the guru or if he preferred to create his own. The disciple accepted the guru's proposal and agreed to remain silent for a month. For the first few days, he managed to stay quiet, but as time passed, the burden of not speaking grew. By the third day, he was feeling uncomfortable, and by the fourth day, he was on the brink of insanity. His head throbbed, and he could hardly eat or drink. He went to Gautam Buddha, communicating through writing, begging for permission to speak. Buddha explained that the inner turmoil he felt was because he had been accustomed to constant chatter. He suggested the disciple stay away from conversations and the voices of others to find peace. The disciple followed the guru's advice and withdrew into the forest, away from the noise of the ashram. Days turned into weeks, and the other disciples had broken their resolutions, but the talkative one persisted. Eventually, he returned to the hermitage after 3 months, significantly transformed. His face displayed a calmness and peace he had never known before. He engaged with his guru and fellow disciples, but his words were measured and gentle. He confessed to Gautam Buddha that his journey into the forest had taught him the value of silence. There, he had come to realize how often he used to engage in idle chatter, backbiting, and thoughtless talk. In solitude, he had found true peace. Yet, he revealed that while he had managed to remain silent outwardly, he still heard voices and questions inside. These internal voices were muffled in the forest, but they grew louder upon his return. Buddha explained that remaining silent outwardly was easier than quieting the internal chatter. He urged the disciple to focus on inner silence. The disciple spent time in introspection and meditation, and eventually his inner turmoil subsided. He learned to embrace both outer and inner silence, finding peace and understanding the true meaning of tranquility. Gautam Buddha emphasized the importance of speaking only when necessary. He explained that most of humanity's troubles arise from unnecessary words and that speaking less conserves vital energy. He encouraged the disciple to watch his thoughts with full awareness and engage in meaningful communication while avoiding excessive, aimless chatter. In the end, the transformed disciple learned that being silent externally and internally was a path to inner peace, wisdom, and self-awareness. The story teaches us the value of silence and the transformative power it can have on our lives.